those little pieces that we nipped off in yesterday's video? Well, I got them all cleaned up except for these little horns. At least I'm assuming there's some kind of a horn. We'll see if we can find them in Stefan's book hereafter. Anyway, these are all cleaned up and the extra sprue is off, but on the horn, don't know if you can see it there, but it's fastened the sprue is fastened right onto the bell part of the horn. And yeah, I'll zoom in and we'll see if we can nip that off and, try and keep the roundness of the bell. Now this idea may not work, but in the past, whenever I've been wanting to get just a very small amount of CA glue on my needle, I've been putting it into this tray here. This is off the end of a milk jug, and or off the side of a milk jug, I guess it was. Anyway, been using this for several months, but I was thinking, how about cut the ends off of these pipettes that I've been just throwing out and glue them onto a block. I just did it now, so I don't think the glue is set yet. And then I would have like a little tiny cup that I could put a drop of CA glue into. Yeah, and I've just been throwing these things out. I just ordered another 100 of them from Amazon just the other day, and they came. I've used about 80 of these. It's too bad that I didn't think to save these. Now, this may not work. It's possible that this type of plastic is going to cause the CA glue to, to set up way too quick. I won't know. I'll let you know how it goes. In the meantime, see if we can do something here. Okay, you cannot believe how small this little piece is here. I'm going to try and snip it at this angle here. Ooh. Okay, I can always probably sand that little piece off there. And I think we did preserve the roundness. Let me turn this around so that you should be able to see it. Does that look round to you? Okay, I was going to, cut it off back here and get rid of this other piece of sprue, but then I thought, you know what, maybe I'll use that to stick onto the double-sided tape, because I will want to be painting this thing the dark gray. Okay, let's see if we can do the other one the same way here. Yeah, I think it's going to be alright. Now, I don't know why I'm bothering to do this, because probably no one's going to notice it or not, if I do it or not. This is the fine sanding stick. Sometimes when I use this, I wonder, is it working or... Although I am noticing that the area that I'm going, this little circle that I'm going around in, I can sort of see that it's becoming kind of powdery. I want to be careful I don't go too much here. Well, I probably took a little bit of that, where the flashing was attached, where the sprue was attached. I don't want to be going down too much because it's going to decrease the diameter of the bell. So I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone here. Once again, you just can't believe how small this thing is. I think, see if I can get it up there. Anyway, like I say, I think I'm going to just leave well enough alone. I'm not even going to bother trying to take the other one down. It's not that bad. You can see it. Well, maybe I could just give it a couple of little rubs, but, I want to be careful. I don't want to make it worse. Once it's painted, The paint's going to pretty much cover it. See if I can turn it so that the light will cast a shadow. Yeah, well, yeah, I think I better try and get a little bit off of that one. Well, that's some better. Not much, though. I'm going to quit while the quitting's good. Don't want to accidentally break this. Like I've said, look at it compared to the size of my finger. You can see it's just unbelievably small. Now, the last time I tried to demonstrate this, it was sort of an embarrassing disaster. If I was to nip this off like this, in all likelihood, I would end up with a little bit of a V along the top edge right here, okay? So I'm going to see if I can't just do this a little better this time. Okay, and what I do is I get it flush like this, I put a little bit of pressure on, and then I turn it, and I keep the nipper, against the flush against the side, and then when I get it about like this, then I'll squeeze it down, and then I'm not going to be getting that little V there. I have very little filing to do now here. Let's try this one. Okay, it may have gone out of focus a little bit, but I think you get the idea. This one actually worked quite good. Before we start looking for the photo etch pieces that we need for step number 40 here, let's see if possibly we can't find these in Stefan's book. I know they're horns. And one of the viewers made a very interesting observation. He says, could these possibly have been canvas? Well, you can sort of see where, well, yeah, it could have been. Maybe these ribs that we see are, the whole thing would just sort of fold this way. I always thought it was just one big solid, piece, but we'll see if we can find it, and maybe it'll say, but I don't think so. I haven't actually looked yet. I do recall seeing these, in the book, but I don't remember reading anything about them. Okay, here we are, number 4. Number 4 is called a calotte, spherical cover for the searchlight. Here you can see it's closed over. In this photo, it's opened up, and you can see that it does not close on itself or collapse. So it's probably not canvas. It's probably metal. How thick the metal is, I have no idea. Let's see if we can find some other photos here that maybe give an indication of, or drawings rather, that give an indication of how thick this is. And once again, I can't tell you enough how invaluable this book of Stefan's is. I highly recommend you get one if you're building this particular model, or any model of the Bismarck. Now we were wondering about these horns. Well, here's the one that's facing towards the bow. And this one is facing stern. And another shot facing stern. Here we go with the photo etch. Photo etch C1, both sides. There it is, number 1. And we need 2 of them. Well, there's the other one. And we need another little ladder. C21, both sides. Okay, here it is, 21. And the other one's on the other sprue. Here's the ones that might be going to give us trouble. B15 and B6. Well, here's B15. And this one here is B6. And yeah, these are the ones that I'm going to video nipping off. We've done ladders before. Now both of these pieces are pretty much identical except in size. Well, this one has more little segments around the outside, but I'm going to video doing the larger one. Reason being, it's going to be a little bit more interesting in that when I get to this tab over here, you notice this one little piece here is bent, so we'll see if we just can't straighten that when we get over there. Anyway, let's zoom in. Okay, my special cutter here is honed to perfection. And I'll try not to get my hands in your way. I'm using my left hand here now, so I might be a bit shaky. And now reaching down from the top. Oh, there we go. And now for the problematic one here. Well, we were going to straighten that. Now I don't think I need to worry about scratching anything here. This hard steel needle is very sharp and it scratches stuff easy here. This isn't going as easy as I thought it would. How would it be if I put one prong on each side, like this, and then turn it? Is that working? Let me check the monitor. If the monitor's looking straight down, I'm kind of coming in at a 45-degree angle here. Maybe just a tiny bit more. You know what, that's good enough. There we go. No, I think this whole thing is loose. Alright, I've done B15 exactly the same way. Okay, as you can see, I've swung this around. The reason being is it's easier for me to get the razor blade in from my right. I'm just wondering if I've possibly got this in just a tiny bit too far, and if these treads are going to bump up against the face of this finger here. Let's give it a little try and see what happens. Okay, bring our razor blade in very carefully here. Now I don't want to wedge the razor blade under too far, because then it's going to end up trying to bend at the rail. You know what, I think that worked pretty good. Just loosen this here. Take my poking stick. Bring this out. Now we should be able to turn it around. Yeah, that's pretty good. Clamp it down. Okay. Now, very gently here. Just lift this up. And once the railing hits the finger, I stop. I'll do the rest by hand, if you want to call it by hand. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Good old Andy's folding machine here. I think that's not too bad. Maybe I got them two together. I'll have to straighten them out a little bit one way or the other anyway, probably before I'm through here. Okay, and I'll do the other one the same way. Okay, as you can see, the second one is made. I'm going to try and keep it in your field of view here. And I've got the treads angled at the right angle so that when this thing goes up wherever it's supposed to go, the treads will be horizontal, I hope. Yeah. In the meantime, I think that's it for today. So, thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll get a little bit of dark gray paint on this stuff.